Hello and welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. We are still up at the Iron Ore Mine East, and I am currently refreshing myself where I am. As usual, been a hectic day with real life work, and I'm getting back to grips with trying to get some videos done. Now, I remember rightly, we brought this up. I thought it would definitely be worth unloading this, get some extra money. So we are currently 138,000, so we're sitting pretty darn pretty. We've got some fees to clear, which maximum 5,755 is all we need to pay. So even though that's saying 4,000 each, should only have to pay that in fees. I'm more than likely going to clear that, I think, prior to departure. Let me just check. I can't remember what our fuel level was. So we're just below half fuel, which is okay. I do remember we're looking to go back to steel mill, which is going to lead us back towards... We're wanting to go to machine factory. That's where we want to go. Rather than driving all the way across for free, may as well take a job, come down to steel mill, hopefully we'll get a job at steel mill to go to machine factory, or even possibly the city west to then go to machine factory, or something along those lines, something to throw us in that direction and get paid. Now there is three jobs here to go to steel mill, and we can only take a maximum of 2. That'll be more than likely. That's a heck of a lot of weight, actually. 774 tons. Now, if I remember rightly, we should check. So, the maximum we can pull is 600 tons on a 2% uphill. Nasty. So, even with our 2 trains, we would struggle going uphill with that load. Now I know a lot of this is going to be downhill. I think that's downhill. I think the majority of this run is going to be downhill. So we don't want to come out this way, come down to try and... We can't sweep round this corner. I know that for a fact. We can only sweep round on triangles. So that would be a straight on to then try and come down this way to then climb into steel mill. I'm pretty sure we come down this way, it's downhill. So we might be able to do that job. But I think we'd be better off. Yeah, that's still 500 tons. Ooh. So we wouldn't be able to take 2 because that would exceed our 600 tons up a 2% gradient. I mean, I'd love to take both, but it's just not going to happen, I don't think. I have a funny feeling that is just going to be too much, because if we encounter a big hill, we're in big, big trouble. Especially this bend can get quite gnarly. I think it's a... I'm trying to remember which way round the climb is. I think it's a climb this way. I think. I'm trying to remember, but I think I'm erring on the side of caution just taking this job. But first off, we're going to get this unloaded. So we're going to move it to A1L. Store part of it in B1S and part of it in C1S. Obviously we can't see that fully till we actually take the job. So first things first, we need to hook back up. We can set our points, and then we can take it round. So get the air on there. That's us hooked up. Take the handbrake off that. Right. So we're at Iron Ore Mine East. We're pointing this way. We're going to keep right there. Round into A1L. We've got to drop off in B1S and C1S. So we're going to have to... Oh, crikey, this is going to be... So we're going to have to unload there. Potentially reverse all the way back round again to drop off in C1S. To then drive round and drop off in B1S. Because we can't make a turn and come back that way. Right. So we can set up, which is going to be B1S. So we're going to be coming in from this... Coming in effectively from the north. So it's this way. So we're going to keep right, keep right, keep right, B1S. Happy days. And we're going to be going C1S. So as we reverse back, it's going to be keep right into C1S. Right, okay. That's that. So I can't remember what platform. We're on C4I at the moment. Okay. So, I'll start this, get it pulled round, or I'll show you taking this and we can actually have a look at it. So we unload and we're dropping C355. So we're dropping the front half in B1S. That's perfect because it means the back half, which is just going to be the back 3 carts, which are way back there, we're going to be dropping off in C1S. So we'll go round, unload, come back round, drop off C1S, drive back round, drop off B1S. Excellent. Right, okay. Let's get that done. We should only need, I think, the 1 engine for this. So, get this started up, check on our reservoir pressures. And we should be able to pull this round with relative ease. It's still going to weigh a lot, but once it's empty, it's going to be far less of a problem. And when I'm stopping with multiple locos, I only put the handbrake on the front one. Reason being, I tend to jump back in, it just makes it simpler. We're only running the one, albeit it's slow to get up to speed. Oh, bit of temperature there on the traction motor. Yellow is not too bad, red is a problem. That's where you really start getting to overheating. That is a problem. That's where you can potentially burn out the traction motor, causing some damage. That's going to cost you, especially later on. At the moment, not too much of a problem. I think on one of my other ones, there was actually a museum train off the side. I think it was here. Speed, we're fine. More likely the other side actually, where the mine itself was, where one of the museum locos was. Now when I come up to the unloading, which should be, I think, under here. Back off the power, let part of the corner slow us down as well. Yep, there's the unloading computer there. Start getting the brake on. A little bit further forward actually, I think. That should hopefully do us. Right. Now the question is, do you want to see me doing all these jobs, or do you want me to jump cut some of them? That is the question. It's train in range, happy days. Unloading. That's going to be a lot of weight gone. Boom, unloaded. So now we can reverse. Now you see we'll really pick up some speed quite quickly because we've got next to no weight. In fact, we just throw some power on. Oh, bit of wheel slip there. Double check our points as we're going back round. So we're going for C1S, so we're keep right, C1S. Happy days. We don't need to watch that. There's the back of the train. Now I have looked into how to do external camera on realistic. It is not a standard option, and you have to do it through the console commands. So not ideal. So hoping it'll be a bit easier. We've dropped a bit of pace there where we're going around the corner. Pick up a bit of pace again. It'll take forever to do this. It's only the back 3 cars we're dropping off. That should be plenty of speed. Going right, obviously it gets a little bit tricky to see where we're going until we get that remote. So we had the remote, we could effectively stand on the back of this and see exactly what we're doing. Oh! Not sure if we just hit that. I didn't check to see if the track was clear. Right, let's have a look at our book. So on 813, and 224. 224, so they're all in. Brake on there. I panicked, but we were actually miles away from it. It was actually the back of the train I was seeing. Alright. Then we go forward now into B1S. Get this dropped off and then we get it handed in. Please do, let me know. Is the sound better? Is it too much? I'll try and keep the doors closed because I appreciate the sound can actually be quite loud with the doors open. Have I now found the nice level of volume? I do want to know. Please drop us a comment. Or even just a thumbs up if you're happy. You think something needs tweaking? Let me know. To me on my headset it sounds good when I listen back to it now. So that's what I'm going off currently. Today's episode probably going to be a little bit short. I'll probably jump some of the journey. Especially you see me get up here. That was quite a long slog. That's part and parcel of this one. Unfortunately, you can get some journeys that are quite long slogs, and especially when you get to your concurrent jobs 2 license, which means you can take as many as you want. The limit is really what you can pull and what you're happy with. You know, you can literally go as big as you want to go. With a remote, it does make it a lot easier. There is a limit with a remote to range, and of course there's something on the line. Right, this makes it a little more difficult. Right, so we're going to want to reverse up because we're going to come in from the other way and push this lot back. That's going to make it a little more tricky. So we're effectively going to want to drive through and then reverse back. Yay! It's going to be fun, he says. Let's come back here. We want that empty line, so it's not that one because that wouldn't take us to B2. It's the next one. So I want to keep right on that one. Do this with a bit of pace because we don't get too long on these shunting jobs, but then again they shouldn't take too long. I mean, 50 minutes, that is actually loads of time. So we're going to make sure we clear the junction at the far end and we can change the points and reverse back. Thankfully we're going around a corner, so it'll make it a bit easier to see where the back end of this train is. 30 will be plenty. We don't need to be absolutely hoofing it. I think that job on B1S is the short paying iron ore mine job. So luckily we don't want to take that anyway. Alright, start getting some brake on. Sure we actually clear it. There, we've cleared. So I'm going to do it on here because I just find it easier. So we want to go left, left, B1S. Happy days. I'm going to have to do this gently because if we hit it too hard, we will damage things, and damaging things costs us money. We basically want to bump into it, then we're going to give it a little bit of power. We should, because this is empty, be able to give this a shove without having to take the brakes off the other one. That is always an option. The other option is we start up the second motor and use both engines because that will really have enough power. But I don't think we're going to need to. We should be able to just give this enough of a shove to get the front of this past and in the detection zone for B1S. It does mean we are going to have to give it a shove. What we do speed wise, not too bad. Slow enough where I'm comfortable. I've got my finger on the brake, ready. 6 miles an hour, 6 kilometers an hour. Did see a mod as well where we can change from kilometers an hour to miles an hour, so I may do that. I'll just bring it down, speed down a bit. Slower speed is better. We should be able to feel it when we connect to it, because it should pretty much stop us. Should be soon. There we go. You can see we've pretty much come to a stop with the weight of that. Now we'll give it a bit of a shove. Don't want to go too fast. I'm going to need to keep power going. I think that might do us. See if I can spot the break in the track. There it is. That's the break in the track. That's where you can, once we're past that point, it detects the job is in. The only thing you've got to be careful of is because obviously that is sticking out a bit into towards where the track is, so I'm actually going to want to go back a bit further. So I think that might be our next job, but if we're not back enough, we're going to impact it, and that will cause damage, and we don't want to be doing that. Obviously this has used up some more fuel as well. There we go. Turn off the engine here. Because with all the jobs, you've got to physically drop them. Yeah, that's well clear now. So otherwise it does detect that you've not dropped the job. Station's over here. Now when we do come across a museum piece, I will show you where it is, and depending which one it is, we may be able to pick it up. So there we go. Unloaded. We've earned 50,000. Nice. So we're now up to 189,000. Obviously it has dropped on a few more jobs. Hauling empty cars and hauling empty cars to goods factory. Food factory in town. That's still not a great paying job. So I think our best bet is taking this one, which is in B3I. Oh, sorry, it's in C30. So this one's in C30. So I think we're in C1, I think. Nope, we're in B1. Yikes. Oh my word, who parked that there? I think we hit that and shoved that. So that's actually our job. C3. So we're going to have to come forward, reverse round, because I'm not sorting that out. In fact, is that impeding our exit? No. We're going to have to come round, reverse round, hook up to that, service, and then get out of it. Right, let's get that done. Oh, I don't have like making life difficult for me, don't I? Right, so forward. Obviously we're going to move a lot quicker now because it's just the engines. So what's the weight of this one again? 516, so we're 200, so I'm going to try initially just doing it on one engine. We're going to give it a try. Right, so come around into C, and we want C3, so I want to keep left, keep right, and that'll put us on C3. Happy days. Right, reverse, brake off, and give us some wally. Oh, didn't want a wheel slip. Pick up some pace now, because we're only sending these around. Keep an eye, make sure we are going the right way. Yep, we are. 30, 40. Oh, look. Don't really want to be going much quicker than that, especially with a turn. Because this is a listed 40 yard. I think it's 40 or 50. Err on the side of caution, we'll stick at 40. think in future what we'll be doing for shunting jobs, fingers on the brake just in case, is I'll jump cut them. So you see me take them, jump cut to unloading it, jump cut to after I've dropped it all off. I was probably pushing it a bit on the speed, to be fair. Hear the wheels there, I'm not overly happy. Oh well, that's what they get paid for. They're coming in quite hot, but we want to be. Because when I hit the brakes, we will stop pretty damn quick. Right, let's bring that speed down. There we go. C3. I'll hook this up, repair, and we'll give it a try pulling this out of here. Whoa, whoa. Way too quick. That was way too quick. And it looks like we've got on the brakes plenty early enough. You're not paying attention properly. There we go. So we will engine cutout. Not going to worry about the handbrake because it will put it on for us. Because there's so much weight in this job. Can't really shove it around. Where's the brake? It's on the front, of course it is. Right. That's to the left. That's the left. So it's going to be the very last car that's going to breathe brake on this train. Typical. Oh. Yep. Alright, so first things first, let's repair. Then we'll accept the job, get back in and see if we can actually pull it. So, fees. Oh yeah, as you can see we caused some damage there. Ouchie. Yeah, I did hit it. Okay. So we need to pay 60 on that one. 750 on that one. Ouch. 1,800. Ouch. 3,000. Oh. And we've cleared all the fees. Right. Don't think we want to take any licenses at this point. Let's have a quick look. We might do manual service. Increases our copay by 7,000. Yipes. I think we'll leave that for the minute. Right, so let's get this job. Let's go. Right, so hold on. Let's sort points. So we're coming out of line east. We want to keep left, keep right. Don't need to worry about that one. We want to keep left, keep left, keep left into steel mill. And we're dropping this in B3I in steel mill. So as we come in, we're going to be coming in from the north, so it's going to be keep right, keep left, keep right, B3I. So happy days, we've got all that set up. The points for flying straight rounds should all be set, so we are literally, let's go. So 516 tons. I'm concerned about this. Alright, so when that one cut out, take the brake off of that one. Get this one fired up. Engage the cutout. Brake off. Set lights. Oh no, that's wipers. Set lights. And let's see if one will pull it. Oh, helps if I select a gear. Now it does say on the flat this will pull 1,200 tons, and we are 516. So as you can see, we are moving. It's not particularly quick, but we are off. Now I'll show this journey. Shouldn't make this video not hopefully too long, and we'll start doing some jumps around in future videos. But let me know, do you want to see all these journeys? Do you want to see Derail Valley in its full entirety? Do you want to see me making mistakes? More than likely I will do. I am but human. Well, last time I checked. Hopefully soon we're going to move up to the DH4, so I'll give you a new engine to look at. Remember rightly, the license for it is not too bad, but we do want to get into manual service as well and get the museum license, which will help reduce our time deficits. So at the moment we've got 7% less, and we can knock that down a bit. Manual service, actually manually servicing these will effectively cost us half of what we're currently paying on the copay. So even though the copay will go up 7,000, manually servicing them will help drop that down. As you can see, there is a lot to keep your eye on. Traction motion, temperature, the amps. Tachometer not so much. You're going to overheat usually before you over rev. So we'll keep right, keep left ahead. Perfect, straight through. Get some power down because this is going to be a 40. Generally with a train of this sort of weight, once you get it going, it's not too bad. Slowing it down because of the weight on realistic is more of a challenge. It's the one thing I have noticed between standard and realistic. A lot of the physics are tougher, shall we say. So this is where I'm going to throw the power down to get it going. .35, 40 on the flat. So right, keep the power down for now, because there's a lot of weight behind us. Still a 40 ahead, with a plus 1.1. Oh, this will be a test. So coming out of here, we're effectively a straight out of here. We want to keep right. So I'll have to watch these because I think I've set a lot of these for keep left. Let's have a look. We'll do a bit of this and we can look sideways. So that's effectively, I'm going to keep, I think we want that one, keep right. That one to the left. We shall have a look. Oh, we're coming up on this one. Oops. Oh, we've really picked up pace there. Whoa! Speedy. I think we've gone the wrong way. I think we wanted to go back that way. So we're effectively gone the wrong way already. And we are speeding. Right, so I'm going to have to replan our route. Oh, way too fast, way too fast. Getting away with that. And a big down it. Whoa, get brake on, brake on. Below 60. This one we don't really want to be doing. 70. Right, we're 60. We want to keep right. Gonna have to do this a bit manually. I think that's now on keep right. I hope. Yeah, keep right. So we're going past the military base here at the moment. 50, 50, 50. So we come here this way, so it's effectively brought us round this way instead. I've made a boo-boo. It's not too bad. It just means we're going a slightly different direction, that's all. We will adapt, we will overcome. Now I could have hit the brakes, reversed up. But that would have meant getting the rear engine on and trying to do a hill start. Our speed I saw was 50. So we're on an 80 now. Let it roll for a bit. May as well use this momentum. Get to see some of the high points of Derail Valley. So the sign further ahead, but the scenery is quite nice. Right, 70. I do want to. I'm lucky because that is a 70. I'm guessing where we are now. Literally. $60, so we want some brake. That's where we got to watch this speed. Whoa, we need to get slowed down. Are we going to get slowed enough? You see that speed is not coming down particularly quickly. Don't derail. Nerve-wracking. A little bit over is not too bad, but when you start going lots over, it starts becoming a problem. A lot of the time you get away with maybe 4 or 5 miles an hour. The train won't like it too much, but you can get away with it. So we've still got everything intact. positive start. Something doesn't sound overly happy back there. It's a lot of weight. I'm 80, so. I think we can only go one way at the next junction. And then we're on a keep left. I think. This is where I get us lost around Derail Valley. Sit there going, where on earth are we? Break off. Brake fully off now. Most of that fuel burn, you can see there, that is just from us setting off. Now I could have reduced that by having both engines running, but then meh. Gotta try these things at times. Some of the tree physics, as you can see ahead, are not perfect, but this game is still early access. Right, we are 40. Let's get the speed down. I do prefer the digital speedo for this, because it does show you a bit better what's going on. So we're a 40 ahead with a minus 1.1 down. So if this is the junction, I think it is. Oh, it's a 1.3 down, not 1.1. Just maintain that speed. You can see the speed creeping up a little there, so we'll just give it another level of brake. We are carrying a lot of weight, so we're going to watch that speed. 50 ahead. Get the back of the train round first, so we are brake off now. Don't lose too much in the way of momentum. Full power. Minus 2.8. Minus 60. For where we are. .40 ahead, so we need some brake. Definitely need some brake, minus 1.5 as well. Let that brake off, feather it and just watch that speed, see if it increases or maintains. Decreasing, so we can drop another level. 40 with a junction ahead. I think this is a keep left, which will put us back on track. 111 minutes, we don't have to worry about time. Right, 40, woo! Yep, we're on a keep left. 30. Brake, 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 brake. Minus 1.1 as well. Bit below, so we can use less brake and get up to 30. Just feather it. turn will help as well. Then we're on to a 60 with a minus 1.4. So once the back of the train clears, we can get off this brake, which should be about now. So, if I'm right, we're now past this point. So I think that's a keep right. So keep left. That should bring us in. Hopefully. He says. A few little turns here, so it shouldn't be too bad. Most of it, as you've seen, is downhill. So a little detour, you can get yourself lost. You're not paying attention. Keep forgetting that keep left, keep right, depending on which way you're going from. My bad. So you can see how quickly one little mistake with the signals and missing it, you can end up going the wrong way. A little bit of brake. I do believe this is 60 all the way. This will probably put a lot of wear on the brakes for these engines, but we're going to save the money. In the fuel. The fuel is a little more expensive than brake repair. So let's prepare for our next one. It should be a keep right into another keep right and then a straight shot into steel mill. A little more brake, not quite happy going as fast with this weight. So on a 60 for the junction, I'll bring it back a little bit more. Just because I'm not overly happy. I don't usually traverse this point of the map too often, currently. So we're going to keep right. It's a 70 into a 60 on the level, so we'll just let it roll, let it roll. I appreciate most of my videos have gone a bit long at the moment. I think that's because I'm not jumping or jump cutting. Especially as you've seen, this one is a bit of, yeah, made a boo-boo. I've had a boo-boo. So a 60 with another junction ahead. Currently doing 45. So we want to keep right again. So it's 60 on the flat. Yeah, keep right because we don't want to go to goods factory, which should be over there. We want to go to steel mill, which is going to be down here, and quite a long straight run. Give it some power, get some speed back up. It's 60 with an 80 ahead on the flat. A little bit of juices. Take a bit because we're only running the one engine. But yeah, we're getting there. When we got the right job, we should be able to go straight from here, straight into the next job without needing to repair, and we can repair, hopefully, over at over at Machine Factory, because hopefully there is a job going from steel mill to Machine Factory. Hopefully. Can't guarantee it, but we shall see what's there. You think steel over to Machine Factory would make sense? You expect steel to go to the factories, the harbour, maybe even the towns. Won't go to food factory, but especially machine factory. I would have definitely imagined steel going there. A sawmill from the trees from the forest to the sawmill. That'll go on as well. There's whole how goods move around. As you can see, lights are getting a bit worse, so we'll up our lightage. Throw some power back in. I'm not really wanting to go above 50 because I know we're going to be approaching steel mills soon. Obviously, stopping this beast. I reckon we might have gotten away with taking the 700 ton one. Now, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. Because I'm unrealistic, I cannot go back to the previous save because I only get the one. Part and parcel of realistic. You can't reload and undo your mistakes. Your mistakes are locked in. I mean, do some quick saves for little things like when you're putting equipment into these engines and you make too many mistakes with it. But there are also tools for doing that as well. And depending what you're putting in, whether you're hard mounting it or just tape mounting it. When we get the remote, the mistake I had of bumping into all those empty cars will be undone by using that, because I'll be able to stand at the back of the train and control speed, brake. All that side of it will be very, very good. So I won't need to worry about it. I think I saw steel mill up ahead. Should be about right. Now if I leave the cursor alone long enough, the dot in the centre will disappear. Lovely water physics to our left and to our right. Or lovely water, I should say. Yep, that's steel mill ahead. See the flashing red beacons. So more likely, we haven't got a good job here. Probably spend the night. We're at +6 up, so we're going to want to get some power down now. A little bit of a climb. And use part of it to bleed off some speed as well. Just want to make sure we've got the momentum to get into steel mill. Looks like that might be our warning sign for going in. 60 and 2.3. Oh, yeah, power down, power down. Need all the horses. Yep, that is the tutorial yard. They're on our right. So we're desperately close now. I'm not worried about bleeding off this speed. I'm not really going to want it. We're carrying enough momentum just to go in. And we've done it all on one engine. So even though it's states for the 2% gradient we can only do 300 tons, this is a 500 ton loan. 500 ton load done on one engine. Picking up speed there, and I do not want it. Drop the speed there and we'll just cruise in. So we'll keep right, which is what we want. And refresh my memory. B3I. Dropping a bit of speed there, don't want to drop too much. Keep left. Keep left, keep right. B3I, empty. Awesome. Nice and empty. Looks like there's a couple of jobs ready to go. So that's good. Certainly have to see what is available for us. See the back of the train. Start hitting the brake now. That should be us fully in. So hit that. Hit that. Doesn't matter which brake you actually apply on the units. Let the air out the system. Uncouple. We can go to the station. So hand this job in and get paid. Hopefully we haven't broken anything on the way down. Yep, so there's another 50,000. Tasty. So 234,000. Our fees, not too bad, not too bad. Yes. Right, so I'll leave that video here for the moment, and we shall have a look at this in the next one. And I'm spying a lovely job there. Ooh, just what we want. Just what we want. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one.